Jeff Van Gundy warned his team about complacency, but they didn't listen. Tuesday, Muggsy Bogues hit an improbable shot that was a killer, but the Knicks know it should never have gotten to that point. The loss to the lowly Warriors got worse when Chris Dudley broke a bone in his foot, and he joins Buck Williams on the shelf already occupied by Patrick Ewing. That makes the Knicks very small in the middle. So things won't be easy as they take on the Milwaukee Bucks, who used a fabulous Ray Allen performance to beat the Knicks for a third time this season. That game ended with a thrill for Milwaukee at the end of overtime. The Knicks have all the adversity any team would never want. We'll see how they deal with it next on MSG. MSG is the network of the Knicks, and we welcome you live to the world's most famous arena. It's the Knicks and the Milwaukee Bucks for the fourth time this season, and the Knicks have yet to beat the team from Wisconsin. Good evening, everybody. I'm Al Troutwick. Good to be back with you on Knicks basketball here on MSG. You know, if you asked the Knicks before that horrible loss to Golden State on Tuesday with all the injuries, what would you say? They might say, hey, give us a break. Unfortunately, that's exactly what they got in the game with Golden State, another break. For more on that, here's Mike Breen and John Andres.
Thank you, Al, and hello, everyone. You know, for a guy that just got back from Nagano, he looks pretty fresh, not too much jet lag there.
Well, he had the tape sent over, and he got all the newspapers, so Al, to his credit, has stayed in touch, Mike.
Knowing the way, though, he probably brought some snow back with him. It's going to go on the floor, and the Knicks will get themselves injured on the floor. Of course, it's no laughing matter what's happened to the Knicks injury-wise, and it's part of any NBA season. But when you lose 3 players in one position, it gets very difficult. The latest, of course, against Golden State on Tuesday. Chris Dudley early in the third quarter. This is where he thinks he hurt the foot, and it turned out to be a fractured foot for Dudley. Placed in a cast. He'll be out 5 to 6 weeks. Dudley, the third Knicks center to go out this season. Of course, Patrick Ewing started it off against the Milwaukee Bucks. Buck Williams out with a knee surgery. Chris Childs also is not going to play tonight because of the ankle injury, but the 3 centers are gone, and that makes it very difficult. Therefore, Herb Williams is back, and although he's a fan favorite, he's got to become more. And when he's got minutes this year, John, he's been an effective player.
It's interesting how those earlier minutes, which were kind of thrown his way now, become very important because Herb showed he could play, and he could do some very positive things, even though he turned 40 recently. But he'll be very important. The Knicks need the best of Herb Williams, even though he'll be playing limited minutes behind Charles Oakley. But he's kind of an inspiration to this team, and they're going to need all they can get.
And Oakley will start tonight. Also, Terry Cummings will probably see more minutes in the center position as well. As for the opponent, this is the final game of the season series. Knicks probably happy about that because they're 0-3 against the Bucks because of 2 guys. Glenn Robinson and Ray Allen have really taken the Knicks apart.
Yes, they are a terrific scoring tandem. And starting out with Robinson, who's now the 4th leading scorer on the average in the NBA. Last time here in New York, followed up a foul shot, slam dunk. He's an opportunistic offensive player. Any opportunity he gets to hurt you, he will make the most of it. And he killed the Knicks here at the Garden in their earlier meeting. Very reliable scorer from anywhere on the court. Same words just about apply to Ray Allen, who works out of the backcourt. But he's a big guard at 6'5". He had a career-high scoring game in this game against the Knicks at the end of January, 35-point effort, and he proved to be virtually unstoppable also. And in the 3 games against the Knicks, look at these numbers. Very hefty numbers. And the Knicks are playing against 2 guys who come in tonight with a lot of confidence.
Bucks do have some injury problems of their own. Terrell Brandon, their fine point guard, he's on the injured list with a sprained ankle as well. Knicks and the Bucks coming up when we return. Starting lineups here at the Garden.
Here is an easy quiz. True or false, Dodge Caravan is America's best-selling minivan. Good. And right now, Grand Caravan comes with how much cash back? Very good. Now page 2. Check off which features come with this Caravan. Correct. Yet it's still America's lowest price minivan at just, oh, very, very good. So please circle which minivan you want now. Excellent. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Warm, snuggly blankets, rocking chairs and lullabies, baby steps, bubble baths, 1,000 games of hide and seek, curved balls and broken windows, first loves and broken hearts, newborn baby. A lifetime awaits him in a little gray house on Chestnut Street. For a free guide to help you on the path to homeownership, call the Fannie Mae Foundation. We're showing America a new way home.
American Express Small Business Services. How can I help you?
How can I help you?
Right. We only work with small businesses.
Why don't we start with your cash flow?
And our equipment financing plan will help spread out the payments.
That'll definitely give you more flexibility.
How about setting up a line of credit?
We can do that.
Then I'll put you in touch with one of our CPAs so you can start getting ready for tax time.
We can always make adjustments when your situation changes.
Call 1-800-SUCCESS to find out how American Express Small Business Services can help you do more.
If you believe it's not just where you're going in life, it's how you get there. Get to the National Chrysler and Plymouth event. Get $1,500 cash back on Plymouth Neon and Breeze or low 1.9% APR for up to 60 months. On Plymouth Neon, you could save over $2,100. With Plymouth Breeze, you could save over $2,300. There's even $1,000 cash back on Plymouth Grand Voyager. Get to the National Chrysler and Plymouth event, only at your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, who reminds you fresh beer tastes better. By the American Express card, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, American Express helps you do more. By Hertz. For business, for pleasure, nobody does it exactly like Hertz. And by Citibank. For banking anytime, anywhere, any way you choose. At Citibank, the city never sleeps.
Knicks and the Bucks tonight from Madison Square Garden. Want to let you know if you're looking for the Rangers and the Maple Leafs from Toronto, they're on MSG2 tonight. Call 1-800-511-4446 to find out which channel they're on. Of course, John Buckley's debut as head coach of the Rangers. Our closed captioning is brought to you by New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit. And right now, let's get our starting lineups from public address announcer Mike Olszewski.
Now for the Bucks starting lineup. At guard at 6 feet from Memphis, number 5, Elliott Perry. At guard at 6'5" from Connecticut, number 34, Ray Allen. At forward at 6'7" from Purdue, number 13, Glenn Robinson. At forward at 6'9" from Xavier of Ohio, number 42, Tyrone Hill. And at center at 6'11" from New Orleans, number 40, Irvin Johnson. For your New York Knicks, the coaches are Jeff Van Gundy, Don Shady, Brendan Malone, Tom Thibodeau, Jeff Nix, and Greg Brittenham. The athletic trainers are Mike Saunders and Saeed Hamden. From Tennessee, number 20, Allen Houston. At guard at 6'2", from Florida State, number 21, Charlie Ward. At forward at 6'7", from UNLV, number 2, co-captain Larry Johnson. At forward at 6'7", from Arizona, number 42, Chris Mills. And at center at 6'9", from Virginia Union, number 34, co-captain Charles Oakley.
final line from Mike Wilczewski at center. Co-captain Charles Oakley tells it all for Jeff Van Gundy's troops. Patrick Ewing out with the injury. Buck Williams, and now Chris Dudley is lost. You see Herb Williams back in a Knicks uniform, and that is certainly good to see from the Knicks standpoint. But Van Gundy knows it's going to be difficult without having a real legitimate center in the middle for him now with Dudley out with the injury.
The thing we can't allow now is other than Herb, we have no shot blocking. None. And so that ball has to be kept out of the paint at all costs. And that puts a tremendous strain on your defense because every little breakdown that could have been a race before with some shot blocking or size now is going to result in a make, a foul, or a second shot.
You know, John, again, this team was built with depth to be able to withstand some injuries. But when you have three at one position, I don't care how much depth you have, three at one position makes it very difficult.
Well, what Jeff is looking for, Mike, is for everybody to do their job, and that includes the guards, keeping the other guards off the boards. A guy like Ray Allen can get 7, 8, 9 rebounds in a game, and they can't afford the luxury of perhaps as many imperfections as normal and still win a game. Everybody's got to play well, and it's very clear that that's the only way it can work for the Knicks, who are planning on winning a little bit more than 50% of their games this year, the rest of the way, 28 games to go, in order to make the playoffs.
A lot of guys in street clothes tonight for the New York Knicks. Chris Childs, they hope now, will be back on Sunday against the Lakers. He's listed as day-to-day with his sprained ankle. Oakley will jump center against Irvin Johnson. Johnson an easy back tap. And the Bucks will have it to start us off. Officiating crew on hand tonight: Hugh Hollins, Nolan Fine, and Bruce Alexander. Allen and Houston, a good matchup. Tyrone Hill. Oakley starting off on Tyrone Hill. Stripped by Oakley. No, they call it travel. Oakley's defense forcing the first turnover. On that first possession, Oakley was guarding Hill. Larry Johnson was guarding Irvin Johnson, who stands 6'11".
Larry Johnson needs to score a lot of points, so they're going to take some pressure off if they stick with that, because Johnson really doesn't do that much offensively for the Bucks.
Johnson against Tyrone Hill, kicks it out. Chris Mills, that's a three. Way short as Ray Allen comes up with a rebound. One of the disappointing aspects is Allen throws it down to Robinson. Elliot Perry, that's a two-pointer. Perry, the first 2 points of the game. One of the disappointing things about the Dudley injury is that he was just, you could see, he was just starting to really feel comfortable and was playing well on a consistent basis.
Well, that manifested itself with his 8, 9, 10 rebounds a game on a regular basis.
Good ball movement. But the Knicks cannot hit the perimeter shot. They're 0 for 2 to start off. Bulls had the lethargic start against the Golden State Warriors, who are down by 8 at halftime on Tuesday night. Feet underneath Irvin Johnson for an easy 2. And there's the side of Glenn Robinson that has really improved this year. His passing has taken a step up.
Yes, there's always pressure on him to do more things like rebound and pass, as you say, Mike.
Chris Mills misfires. Knicks now 0 for 3.
Glenn Robinson has the scoring part of his game down pretty bad.
We talked to their coaching staff, and they are very impressed with the way he's working at the other aspects of his game. Oakley knocks it away from Ray Allen, dives to the floor. Allen picks it up with 7 on the shot clock. Elliot Perry makes an adjustment in midair. Irvin Johnson the rebound. That's a tough matchup for Larry Johnson. Again, 6'11" against about 6'5 and a half, which is, I would say, about Johnson's legitimate height. Ray Allen, Tyrone Hill. Oakley knocks it away. Tough rebound from Charles Oakley.
Oh, it's a great matchup with Hill and Oakley.
Charlie Ward. Mills spotting up for another 3. And the Knicks get on the board. Took them 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do so, but it's now 4 to 3, Bucks by 1. Chris Mills, over his last 10 games, is shooting at a 59% clip. Glenn Robinson, one of the best strokes in the NBA, and the Knicks are down 3.
The Bucks as a team in the 3 prior games have shot 48% against the Knicks, 43%. In each game, the Bucks have outshot the Knicks, and it's been Robinson mainly, as well as Ray Allen, who really hurt them.
Houston misfires. Irvin Johnson a rebound. Those two have had to pick up their games a little bit with Terrell Brandon out. Brandon's such a key part of their season this season. and he might be out for quite some time.
Still wearing a hard cast, which is due to come off next week because of the sprained ankle for the second time this season.
Allen draws the foul. Houston picks up his first with 5 on the shot clock, so the Bucks will take it out of bounds, get a new 24. Brendan Malone was commenting on Allen Houston's defense before today's game, saying that he feels he's made strides in that area. He's really working at it. Let's talk so much about him getting down low. There you see Terrell Brandon. We said earlier, a lot of guys in street clothes, you do not like to see that on either team. Elliott Perry looking to shoot quite a bit early on, and Perry with his second field goal. Bucks have hit 4 of their first 6 shots. Knicks, meanwhile, have started off shooting from the perimeter.
Perry, normally a 5-point-a-game guy, not usually the outlet for passes.
Charlie Ward, left-handed. Irvin Johnson mishandles the rebound, but Hill right there. Knicks trailing by 5 early. 4 minutes gone by. Ray Allen, quick release, and it's 10-3.
You notice no hand in his face, though, and that's talking about the Knicks' ability to contest shots, particularly on that play. Allen Houston didn't have the hands up.
Another slow start. 6-0 run by the Bucks. They lead it 10-3 here in the first.
About to unleash the biblical plague.
For Special Agent Sean Archer,
he wants people dead.
There's only one way to catch a killer.
State-of-the-art morphogenetic template.
You want to take his face and mine?
You've got to become him. From the director of Broken Arrow, John Travolta, Nicolas Cage.
What do you say we trade back?
Face Off.
Plan B. Let's just kill each other.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on DirecTV.
Jazz is freedom of expression with a groove. Our music is the art of improvisation, and that can be analogized to basketball and music. And in basketball, you have your fundamentals, your footwork, the form of your shot. Now, after a while, you start to improvise. So you might be able to make a layup, but then you put a little juke in there. Or you might throw a no-look pass, or you might go between your legs. It's a wonderful thing.
You're into the game. Get into the gear. Have you heard about Nothing But Hoops? It's the official catalog of the NBA. You can get NBA Authentics. That's the same stuff players wear. Hey, it might even help your game. Get the coolest stuff from any team, anytime, anywhere. Even WNBA stuff. What more could you ask for? For your free Nothing But Hoops catalog, call 1-800-301-4000. That's 1-800-301-4000. I love this stuff.
Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. Bucks off to a good start. They lead 10-3. Knicks trailing, which is over 4 minutes gone by in the first. Elliott Perry off to a good start. The former journeyman doing nice things.
Nice recovery by Glenn Robinson, getting the ball to Perry, who takes the shot over Allen Houston, makes it, and the Bucks doing a good job trying to erase the memory of their last game on Tuesday night against the Lakers, when they were wiped out at home by 17 points.
Larry Johnson tied up on the double team. 5 on the shot clock. Ward kicks it out. Chris Mills with a 3. Oakley lost it. Larry Johnson right there. Fake. Another one. Right-handed. And a foul. Larry Johnson with a chance for a 3-point play as Tyrone Hill screaming. And Hugh Hollins, who yells back at him. He'll now settle down. Get off his chest what he wanted to say.
Well, this is a terrific play. Off this miss, Larry Johnson and Oakley combining. Oakley with the nice tip, as you see in that replay, and a finish by Larry Johnson with taller people around him.
Johnson misses the free throw. Mills knocks it loose. It's going to be Milwaukee ball. Jeff Van Gundy upset. I think we're going to have an overruling. Hugh Hollins calls Nolan Fine to him. And it's Nick Ball. Good piece of officiating. Teamwork amongst referees.
Well, this is a veteran crew, that's for sure.
Johnson against Johnson. Tough post up for Larry Johnson against the 6'11 Irvin. Charles Oakley Oakley knocks down his first shot.
It's the value of Larry Johnson. He's so strong, even though he's out-heighted down low, he gets the double team. That immediately opened up a perimeter man, and the ball found its way to the open man, Oakley.
Knicks within 3. Almost 5 minutes gone by here in the first. Perry looking for Glenn Robinson. Mills on him. There's the double team. 4 on the shot clock. Long 3 from Ray Allen. Long rebound. Tipped. And good boxing out from Larry Johnson.
The contrast is Irvin Johnson, the center for the Bucks at 6'11", won't be double teamed.
Allen used to. Now that's, you saw Jeff Van Gundy perhaps applauding behind him. That's what they want to see him take it to the hole. A little pull-up jumper. Medium range jumpers can be so effective, as the Knicks have now scored 6 in a row. Robinson. And Hill knocks it out of bounds. Nick Ball.
Yep. Here's a look at the New York Marriott Marquis sky cam. That ball moved out when Larry Johnson got the double team. Charles Oakley, the open man, bang, he got the ball and the hoop. The New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit.
Knicks trailing by 1. First quarter, almost midway through. Johnson is fouled on his way to the goal. Shot will not count before the shot. And the Knicks will take it out of bounds on the side. Elliot Perry picks up his first. Second team foul against Milwaukee. Just over 6 minutes remaining, opening quarter. Backdoor play, not a smart decision from Charlie Ward. And Tyrone Hill picks it off. Perry kicks it out. Wide open jumper, and very few of those will come out from Glenn Robinson, as he is automatic when open.
I mean, he's a great shooter when someone's climbing all over him.
12-9. Robinson now with 4 points. Houston has Robinson on him. And illegal defense called against the Bucks. Their first, so just a warning.
Well, Perry was floating down in the low paint area, looking to help out. Double team, lost track of his man. Therefore, he was illegal.
Chris Ford, his second season as head coach of the Bucks. Was 5 years head coach with the Boston Celtics. And I believe the answer to the trivia question, who hit the first 3-pointer for the NBA?
Yes.
Oakley. Charles Oakley. Now 2 for 2. And the Knicks within 1. Just under 5.5 remaining, first quarter. Knicks have hit their last 4 shots. Robinson poked away momentarily. Second move, and he blew the layup. Right there for the follow. Excellent second effort from Glenn Robinson.
Robinson has such a nose for the basketball, which is a gift. You don't learn that. And he's all over any scoring opportunity, even after he missed one.
Allen Houston on the pull-up. Houston hits his second straight jumper. He's got 4. Knicks trail by 1. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Glenn Robinson. Battling with Mills down low. That's the first on Robinson.
Robinson, a very quiet player. I bet officials rarely hear his voice.
He's quiet in an overall game, talking to his teammates and everything. Although he was named team captain this year by Chris Ford. This is the #1 overall pick when he came out of Purdue. Mills, high arcing shot. Johnson tips it to Oakley, but knocked away by Ray Allen. 14-13. Knicks down by 1. 4.5 to play in the first. Allen using the screen, double team, and still rattles it in. You know, it sounds simple to say, but they just shoot the ball well. I mean, there are a lot of teams that don't have a lot of good shooters. This is not one of them.
They're not a very glamorous team, but they're so good. Larry Johnson shot was deflected at the end of the move, goaltended, and it's 2 points for the Knicks. Larry going up strong to that basket. but they have two such prolific scorers that it's one of those things. How do they win? They outscore you. It sounds so basic, but they're such good scorers.
Allen off the dribble. Tough shot with Houston right on him. And Ray Allen finding the stroke. And somebody has a cut. Larry Johnson, who's going to have to get it attended to.
See, Ray Allen is the classic shooter, much like Allen Houston in effect. Also, that must be played physically. You've got to commit a couple of fouls to him early in the game, so that he knows, he senses presence. Nobody likes to get hit or bounced around a little bit. You can't just let him take those shots untouched throughout the game, or he will kill you. That's what the Lakers did the other day. They jumped all over Robinson and Allen. They both had very poor shooting games. They made a gigantic commitment early in the game to make it rough on them, and they did.
Hasn't been rough on him early here. Terry Cummings has come in for Johnson. Charlie Ward. Mills with another three. That's good. Chris Mills, his second three-pointer, but the Knicks have already taken 5 3-pointers, and there's still 3 minutes left in the first, although they're going to take more than normal without the size.
Well, also, Mike, they're being presented open threes as Chris Mills is enjoying now. For some reason, they're letting him do it, but they're choosing their poison. They're making the Knicks shoot from outside and concentrating on not letting him get inside as Larry Johnson gets the attention now of Mike Saunders. They'll try and get Larry back as quickly as possible.
John Starks comes in for Mills. That last foul on Terry Cummings is first. The Knicks, after missing 6 of their first 7, have now hit 7 of 8. And they've tied the game at 18. 3:05 remaining in the first. Charlie Ward on the steal. Perry following him, and Ward, good balance, so the Knicks have their first lead here in the first quarter.
He took Perry's path away that Perry was seeking too, with a very slick maneuver of his own body. Perry couldn't get in front of Charlie.
20-18, 2-point Knick lead. 2:45 remaining in the first. Robinson double, almost triple team. Perry blocked from behind by Ward, knocked out of bounds. With 5 on the shot clock, and there'll be a timeout. 2:37 remaining first quarter. Knicks now with a 2-point lead.
Charlie Ward with a beautiful finish after that steal.
The Infiniti i30 and Lexus ES300 offer luxury, comfort, and performance. The i30 also offers a power sunroof, leather-appointed interior, custom Bose audio system, and the i30 is priced $3,300 less than a comparably equipped ES300. And they make you pay for the floor mats. Lease the Infiniti i30 for $399 a month for 39 months with an initial payment of $1,249. Infiniti. Own one and you'll understand.
There are millions of reasons to fly today. Only one that matters to you. At Delta Airlines, it is our pleasure to get you to the place you want to be. Delta Airlines, on top of the world.
The most exciting, long-lasting, most popular car in its class is now very affordable.
Right now, get 2.9% APR GMAC financing or $1,500 cash back on any new 98 Pontiac Grand Am.
Hurry, Grand Am is built to last, but this offer isn't.
See your Tri-State Pontiac dealers.
If you're looking for the Rangers and the Maple Leafs tonight from Toronto, they're on MSG2. Call 1-800-511-4446 to find out which channel they're on. Rangers back in action tonight after the long Olympic break. John Munkler, his debut as coach. And right now, the Knicks playing some solid defense. They lead by 2, 20-18. 2:37 remaining in the first. The Bucks will take it out of bounds on their own baseline with 5 remaining on the 24. Robinson will inbound. Try and set screens for Allen. Starks fights over it, get it out to Irvin Johnson. Perry with 2 on the shot clock is going to have to put it up. Knocked away by Oakley, and a 24-second violation. Good defense all the way around.
Oakley sensed his teammate was guarding Perry so tightly, he knew where the ball was going, and he jumped into that spot.
Knicks with 4 turnovers. Both teams shooting well now. Knicks have hit 8 of their last 9 shots. Houston comes off the screen. Robinson right up on him. Allen Houston with the aggressive drive. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked into Allen's hands. Ray Allen. Tyrone Hill stripped and stolen by Charlie Ward. His second steal in the first quarter. Ward ahead to Starks. Now Starks and a foul. Chance for a 3-point play as the Knicks go up by 4.
Big defensive effort here by the Knicks. Starks with a nice job. Charlie Ward on the attack on that play. And John Starks refuses to let anybody stop him one-on-one in close, even bigger people.
Foul called against Irvin Johnson. That's his first.
Boy, if you're Chris Ford, you're thinking to yourself, Irvin, you should have blocked it, number 1. Number 2, at least you should have done is stopped him and committed a foul at 6'11".
Knicks have missed both of their free throw attempts here in the quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining. Bucks have not taken a free throw yet. Quick release from Ray Allen. That one halfway down. Oakley ahead to Houston. Houston may have gotten away with a little travel there. Now drive strong to the goal. Allen Houston. Aggressive move. And the Knicks on a 9-0 run. Starks pressuring Ray Allen. And boy, he hits some tough shots. He gets off the shot in such a hurry.
At 6'5", he's very tough for people shorter than him as well when he gets up to look at the hoop.
Oakley looking for Terry Cummings. Cummings turnaround jumper. Those are Terry Cummings' first points as a Knick. It's his 4th game. He's played limited duty. And that's his first basket as the Knicks back up by 6.
Needless to say, he could become a huge contributor to the Knicks.
He certainly can play center defensively. Very strong, experienced player. Armin Gilliam is seeing the game. Glenn Robinson trying to make a move on Houston. Shot clock at 6. Charlie Ward fighting. Perry had position, but Ward able to battle it away from him. Cummings passed up the first shot. Second one. Tyrone Hill the board. One of the leading rebounders in the NBA this season. 7th in the league. Robinson, tough turnaround shot. Oakley the board. Quick outlet. Knicks looking to push. And shot clock is turned off. Ward makes the smart decision as the Knicks want it for the final shot. Allen Houston against Glenn Robinson. Houston flips it up, backs it in beautifully. And the Knicks lead 28-20. Allen fires it up, and that will end the first quarter. A slow start for the Knickerbockers, but a very strong finish. A 13-2 run to end the quarter. First quarter complete at Madison Square Garden. Knicks 0-3 against the Bucks this year. But right now, have an 8-point lead.
If you believe it's not just where you're going in life, it's how you get there. Get to the National Chrysler and Plymouth event. Get $1,500 cash back on Chrysler Cirrus or low 1.9% APR for up to 60 months. Get $1,000 cash back with Chrysler Sebring Coupe. Or lease America's favorite convertible Chrysler Sebring for just $299 a month. Get to the National Chrysler and Plymouth event only at your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer.
This is where I work. These are my coworkers. Those are my customers. And that's me. Employee number 8. I make baskets.
American Express Small Business Services. How can I help you? How can I help you?
Right. We only work with small businesses.
Why don't we start with your cash flow?
And our equipment financing plan will help spread out the payments.
That'll definitely give you more flexibility.
How about setting up a line of credit?
We can do that.
Then I'll put you in touch with one of our CPAs so you can start getting ready for tax time.
We can always make adjustments when your situation changes.
Call 1-800-SUCCESS to find out how American Express Small Business Services can help you do more.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by the 68,000 professionals at Delta Airlines. By American Express. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, American Express helps you do more. And by New York Life. Integrity, humanity, and strength are what make New York Life the company you keep.
Back at the Garden, Al Troutwig, end court row one with Mike Perez, the quarterback of the New York City Hawks. And it's going to be May 4th before we know it, Mike. But you want this season, this upcoming season, to be a lot better than last season was. How's that going to happen?
I think with the guys they're bringing in and the new head coach and the general manager, they've really done a great job as far as going after players that are going to better our team. There'll probably be a big turnaround as far as players back from last year and all the new guys. And I think it'll be everything for the better. And we're looking for a lot better season than we had last year.
What will the coaching change allow you as the quarterback and leader of the team to do that you couldn't do?
I think they'll give me a little more responsibility than I was able to have last year. I think, with the coach we had, he was a great coach. He knew the game, but still kind of handcuffed me a little bit as far as what I wanted to do. And I think this year they'll be a little more open, considering they haven't had the experience in the arena that I have. And I think they'll be open-minded to a lot more things.
Good luck to you, Coach Shelton, and everybody else. Thanks a lot, Mike.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's the City Hawks starting here May 4th. Mike?
Thank you, Al. He's big for a quarterback. A large person. Yeah, he looks ready too, Mike. It looks like he's got a lot of nastiness in him, doesn't he?
He's got that edge already. Brooks Thompson just in the game. Hits his jumper, falls down after Glenn Robinson and Oakley collided. Incidental contact. And the Knicks back up by 8.
Prior to that, it was Glenn Robinson with the side jumper.
Brooks Thompson getting some extra minutes once again. Ray Allen throws it away. Chris Childs, if you're just joining us, out for a second straight game with an ankle injury. Oakley, Starks, couple of dribbles in the pull-up, and the coaching staff loves when he does that. Not settling for the three-pointer, medium-range jumper.
Also, that dribble gave him a chance to have an unobstructed look at the hoop as the defense was not present.
Yeah, Knicks with their largest lead here in the first half, a 10-point advantage. Remember, they were down 10-3. Armin Gilliam, and a holding foul called. Bucks will take it out of bounds. Thompson picks up the personal. So a 29-12 run after the slow start, going back to the beginning of the game. Bruce Alexander going down the other end of the floor. That's where Oakley and Glenn Robinson collided. Of course, you always have to worry about what spots and injuries. Show you how bad it's gotten for the Knicks injury-wise. Yesterday before practice, this is the day after they find out about Chris Dudley. Allen Houston goes to sit on a table up at the practice facility in Purchase, and the table collapses. He falls down, and Don Chaney, telling me the story, says Allen Houston is slow getting up. And they're thinking, oh my goodness, here's another injury, a freak accident. It gets you on the brain, and you start thinking about it. Ray Allen with the 20-footer. Brooks Thompson the rebound.
Thompson had 6 solid minutes against Golden State on Tuesday night. The numbers weren't hefty, but he looked good and much in control. Nice pass inside to Cummings.
Cummings stripped and fouled by Tyrone Hill. Tell you what, the pass got there was an interesting one. You don't normally see diagonal passes down low like that. And Cummings draws the foul. Hill's second. Cummings will shoot 2.
Well, Chris Ford can't be happy with the lack of defensive energy on his team, because the Knicks are getting a lot of good looks now with some patience, with high movement on offense and spreading the floor out. One of the things that attracted Ernie Grunfeld, as we see Andrew Lang reporting in. Andrew Lang, the man, is being, you can hear him being received by the Knicks fans who clobbered Patrick Ewing and put a dent in the Knicks season.
Ewing goes laughing it off. Lang, as we've told you before, called Ewing while he was still in the hospital, apologized and said it didn't mean anything, and Ewing said no hard feelings whatsoever. Free throws from Cummings are good. Knicks are up by 12. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the second. Another ball knocked away. Thompson and Curry, and then Allen Houston commits the foul, and he's mad at himself. Knicks playing good aggressive defense, however, as Houston picks up his second.
A little surprise pressure here in the backcourt. Thompson doing a good job, almost getting the ball to go his way. A lot of physical play on that play, and Allen Houston getting into the pressure, committed the foul.
Larry Johnson back in, as is Chris Mills. Oakley and Houston sit down.
Now, one thing the Knicks have learned about Michael Curry is the guy goes to the boards, and he's responsible for the game-winning tip-in in overtime here in their last meeting. They got to keep him off the boards.
Curry with the jumper. Gilliam the rebound. How about just the guy goes? He just does not stop. There's so much energy with Michael Curry. Robinson, tough pull-up shot.
Well, he's up in the air. Why isn't there anyone up there with him waving at him anyway?
Brooks Thompson going against Curry, and a foul. Brooks Thompson with a pretty move, and he's got a chance for a three-point play.
You know, a guy like Thompson is looking to demonstrate, hey, I'm not a decoration out here. I'm not just another guy. I can add something, and what a move to make that point clear.
Against Curry, a very good defender. Curry picks up the foul. Thompson with a chance for a three-point play. Thompson's a career 66% free throw shooter. For a guy with a good stroke, that's a number that should be higher. Knicks lead by 13, now their largest lead of the game. Gilliam against Cummings. And Terry Cummings, for the first time in 4 games, already establishing a presence out there at both ends of the floor. As you said, John, by the end of the season, as he continually gets comfortable, he's going to be a very important addition.
So, as I started to say before, what impressed Ernie Grunfeld, one of the many things about Cummings and the move to get him as Armand Gilliam works down low, was his fact that he was a starting center in the playoffs for Seattle last year.
Starks for 3. It's good. John Starks from downtown. And the Knicks go up by 16. And the bench providing a huge lift for Jeff Van Gundy. Knicks have made 16 of their last 20 shots. Timeout Bucks. It's 40-24.
College hoops on MSG. Catch great players and matchups from the Big East, Northeast, A-10, and MAC conferences. See Northeast semifinal action Friday night on MSG.
Yankee fans, the Yankees want you to join their official fan club.
So what do you think? What do you think of the gear? Do you like the stuff?
I like this gear, man. This makes me feel great. I mean, look at this stuff. Look at the waistband here. Sweet, man. It's really nice. I like it. People get up in the morning and they put on their clothes. They put on the best suit. They can't go to work because it makes them feel good. So on the basketball court, you know, when you're wearing the best clothes, you feel good. And your confidence, it goes another level. Yeah!
NBA authentic gear redesigned by Champion, Starter, and Nike. Get your NBA gear at the Sports Authority.
We work for a highly funded yet unofficial government agency. Our mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
Oh, that can be good.
I knew it. This is an alien, and you guys are from some government agency trying to keep it under wraps.
Nah.
Men in Black.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
Come along, join the biggest stars as they soar into the night.
We hit the stage to watch the NBA play. All across Broadway. I love this game.
I love this game. I love this game.
Knicks lead at 40-24. Cummings going to have to play a lot of center now for the Knicks. That's nothing new to the veteran.
I wound up most of my career playing the big centers, even when I was younger. You know, when the game was on the line, I would be up under the Patrick Ewings and all the other big guys, sticking them in the low post. So it's just a natural progression for me, and playing the power forward spot is easy.
Easy, okay. Whatever you say, Terry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well,
at 6'9". Look at that bench scoring for the Knicks. 16-0 for the Bucks.
7 for Starks, 5 for Thompson, 4 for Cummings. Nice feed to Lang. Somebody missed a defensive assignment. And it's 40-26. Lang gets some more boos as he scores. There you see the Knicks after the slow start have been red hot. And the Knicks have only 1 turnover here early in the second. Starks fakes the 3. Again, the good ball movement. 5 on the shot clock. Thompson finding Cummings. Terry Cummings with a jumper. Or Terry Cummings finding the range. He's got 6 points, and it's 42-26.
What a difference when that ball is moved 5-6 times to get the good look as Cummings got.
Cummings, of course, was a big-time scorer as Starks, Allen, and Nolan find the official all getting tangled up. Allen has a chuckle over it. Starks' first foul.
John Starks bodying Allen out of bounds, and that's a foul.
Incidental contact.
Yes. Remember the days when you'd argue about it wasn't a foul, you know, it was a nudge out or something of that nature. I didn't mean to foul the guy.
A nudge out? I don't think I've ever heard nudge out. Is Brooks Thompson with a nudge out there on Curry? I do believe I found a new basketball term.
That's right. Well, it's useless as far as the officials go, though. It's a foul.
That foul on Thompson is second. And here's Brooks Thompson again leading the break. Setting up Starks beautifully for the wide open 3. Those are the 3s that Jeff Van Gundy does not mind when you have the penetration and dish out and they're uncontested. Knicks whistle for an illegal defense. Their first. Larry Johnson caught.
Well, Jeff didn't mind also the last time the Bucks and Knicks met here in the second quarter. 9 out of 12 3-point shots for John Starks in the game. 6 of them in the second quarter. And that was a Knicks record. 9 threes for John Starks. All of that was lost in the fact because the Knicks lost the game in overtime.
Knicks were down 15 here at the Garden the first meeting against Milwaukee in the second quarter. Gilliam fights, gets his own rebound, follow, missed again. Ball tipped out. Ray Allen right there. Glenn Robinson with a good play. Michael Curry. Armin Gilliam over Larry Johnson, way off. Mills had it, lost it, tried to get it back, and it's going to be Knicks ball. 42-26. As you see, more substitutions. Ontario Green just signed a 10-day contract coming in. Tyrone Hill back in. And look at that. That's an incredible number. Just incredible.
Well, somebody's giving those jump shooters the basketball, and they're getting an assist. That number is so big because the Knicks are shooting so well. When the first quarter ended, the Knicks were shooting 59% from the field, and it's gotten better since then.
Yep, they're up to 64% for the game. But it's all key in terms of driving and kicking it out. There are open shots. Charlie Ward has 5 of those assists. Charles Oakley has 4. Starks quick shot. Ray Allen the long rebound. Jeff Van Gundy not happy with that shot. Knicks leading by 16.
John wasn't balanced at all. He was off balance and he fired it up.
Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the second. Andrew Lang gets it back. And Andrew Lang with his second field goal. You will hear boos all night long every time he does something successful for Milwaukee. 14-point Knick lead, 6.5 remaining in the second. Cummings down low. And Terry Cummings now with 8 points. Knicks lead it by 16.
Cummings is one of those rare 6'9" men who can take that jumper falling away without much effort. Very hard to deal with that for Michael Jordan, of course, and the many jump shooters who fall away when they shoot. But for a big man, really tough.
Cummings knocks it out of bounds. And it's still Bucks ball. The thing about Cummings is, again, he was a big-time scorer. 7 different seasons, he averaged 20 points or more. I mean, a big-time scorer. And it's funny, John, you talk about that shot he has. He shoots the ball on the release kind of on the back of his head. It makes it very difficult to block. 3 on the shot clock. Lang from straight away as the shot clock expires. A little extra boom. Lang really felt bad about the injury. At least he said so. But then, remember last time, John, we saw a couple of games later, he leveled Jason Williams. Brooks Thompson, three-pointer for Brooks Thompson, who has come out and been a spark. 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds for Brooks Thompson.
Boy, what a pleasant plus he is for Jeff Van Gundy.
That ties his season high. Terrio Green. Foul. Shot won't go. Of course, he played with Phoenix a little bit earlier this season. And the Bucks are going to shoot their first free throw of the first half. Nice ovation now for Terry Cummings as he goes to the bench. 8 points for Cummings.
People are responding to him doing some very positive things scoring, and now Knicks fans and certainly teammates of Cummings are saying, hey, this guy's a plus. He's going to help us in our injury-riddled moments here.
That foul was on Mills, his first. Tyrone Hill hitting the first free throw attempt of the night for Milwaukee. Knicks haven't taken many. They've only taken 5. Hill averaging double-double this year, over 10 points, 10 boards. Rattles in the second.
Comes off 10 points and 20, count them, 20 rebounds against the Lakers in the last game.
Always been a big-time rebounder.
How do you do that with Shaquille O'Neal around? 20 rebounds.
Apparently there were a lot of misses. Thompson adjustment has it knocked away. Oakley picks it up. Knicks will set it up again, but only 7 on the shot clock. Mills against Curry. Mills for the 3. Look at that bounce. Boy, you rarely see it at the front of the rim like that, especially from that range and go in.
Yeah, that's a sign from the heavens, perhaps, for the Knicks. I have to think of Muggsy Bogues' crazy shot the other night, which was also a sign for the Golden State Warriors.
Knicks their largest lead at 18. Fight for the rebound. Tyrone Hill comes away. Gets Allen cutting to the basket, and he's fouled by Charles Oakley. By the way, that three-pointer from Chris Mills, John, his 3rd of the first half. Let's take a look at it again. The front of the rim.
Mills also, you saw in that shot, flat-footed, no dribble first to launch him up. Not easy to do if you've played this game from 3-point range, to just go up in the air like that, and as he did, because he had a defender he was thinking about too in front of him.
Ray Allen is 5th in the NBA in free throw shooting, just under 88%. Hits a pair. Knicks lead by 16, 50-34. 4.5 remaining, second quarter. Along with John Andres, Mike Breen on hand, Madison Square Garden. 245th consecutive sellout.
Well, the passing of the Knicks has really spread from teammate to teammate. When they got into it in the late first quarter, it really spread now, and it's making it very difficult for the Bucks, and they're getting good looks and making their shots, and they're in control of the game.
Van Gundy very animated tonight on the sidelines. I mean, he always is, but perhaps a little extra here in the first half as Starks will shoot, and the legal defense was their 2nd, so a technical foul, and Starks hits it.
You can imagine the pride that Jeff takes in his team's play right now. They're undermanned. He's preaching to them, don't feel sorry for yourselves before this game. Don't come, walking out in the court with your heads down. I'm sure he was saying things like that, but that message has gotten through with the animated fashion with which the Knicks are playing now. You can see it.
Brooks Thompson. Allen the rebound. Thompson had hit his first 3 shots before missing that one. Allen has 7 rebounds. Terrio Green. Knicks boxing out. Mills grabs it. Bodies all over.
When do you see Oakley go flying out of the pack like that?
You know, if you look at that, that's the 3rd foul on Hill. The boxing out from the Knicks did. They had excellent positions. Look here. And that's the key to getting this rebound.
Watch how little Charles Oakley disappears. Boom. Oh, boy.
Oakley, Johnson, and Mills right around there. And the Knicks undersized, John. They're going to have to do that.
Charles, you got a rare look at Charles Oakley as Charles the Rag Doll.
Charles Oakley, good all-around start. 4 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Hill will sit down probably for the rest of the first half of those 3 fouls. Bucks double teaming Larry Johnson every time he touches it. Starks with a jump shot. Rushed that one. Knicks leading by 17, just over 3.5 to play in the second. Glenn Robinson Ray Allen. Effortless three.
Again, no hand in his face, no defender.
13 points, 8 rebounds for Ray Allen. And Jeff Van Gundy will call timeout. 3:25 remaining, second quarter. Brooks Thompson on the bench still playing well, but Ray Allen pulls the Bucks within 14.
The Infiniti i30 and Lexus ES300 offer luxury, comfort, and performance. The i30 also offers a power sunroof, leather-appointed interior, custom Bose audio system, and the i30 is priced $3,300 less than a comparably equipped ES300, and they make you pay for the floor mats. Lease the Infiniti i30 for $399 a month for 39 months with an initial payment of $1,249. Infiniti. Own one, and you'll understand.
Where is money simple? Enter here. What if you could tap into Citibank right from your PC? Wouldn't it be easy if you could pay bills without writing checks? Or see what you've charged lately without waiting for the bill? Imagine moving money around this quickly and having an expert to answer your questions day or night. Citibank's PC banking puts you in control. It makes money simple. Citibank, the city never sleeps.
A lot of industry experts told us that the passenger side was the best place to add a third door. We got still more advice insisting that the driver's side was the only logical choice. But as you can see, we let it all go right in one ear and out the other. Introducing the new Dodge Ram Quad Cab. The rules have changed.
3:25 remaining, second quarter, Madison Square Garden. Knicks leading the Milwaukee Bucks 51-37. Our Delta Airlines schedule. Sunday against the Lakers. That game, of course, on NBC. And then big game against the New Jersey Nets on Tuesday. And start a little trip at Washington Thursday. Our coverage against MCS Cannon game night. Jeff Van Gundy knows with all the different injuries, everyone has to contribute, pick up the slack, and he's got that tonight. Excellent scoring in terms of being balanced for the Knicks. Leading the way is Chris Mills with 9, but then 4 players have 8. Houston, Cummings, Starks, and Thompson. And an offensive foul call on Chris Mills.
Chris looked like an offensive lineman on that play. He just came in, arms up, crashed into the defender to create the pick. Look at the balance in the Knicks scoring. What amazing, 5 guys with 8 points or more.
Second turnover for the Knicks, only the second. There are 3 minutes left here in the half. Allen, pass deflected and stolen by Oakland. Allen, Houston. Johnson. Again, there's the double coverage. Houston again to Johnson. Charlie Ward, the runner in the lane. Ball deflected by Curry. Johnson pass underneath, knocked it out of bounds. Mills touched it last. Bucks ball. Knicks still shooting. Pretty impressive numbers. 60% from the field.
Talk about balance, Mike. I was looking at last Sunday's game against Houston. 5 Knicks took between 13 and 15 shots in the game. Amazing balance made it so hard for Houston, and that's what the Bucks are finding here tonight.
Ontario Green loses his balance because of a foul, and he'll go to the line. Foul on Charles Oakley, his second, with 2:30 remaining here in the second. Knicks lead by 14, a game that they started off slowly. They missed 6 of their first 7 shots and were trailing 10-3. There's Green, 4th year out of Georgia. Bulldogs all-time leading scorer. And there's the Eastern Conference. You see the Bucks in the 10th spot. Knicks right now in the 6th. And I was right in the tunnel, John, as the Bucks were gathering to come out on the floor. They got together. And Glenn Robinson said, all right, this is a game we have to have. This is one team that's ahead of us. We've got to have this game.
The Bucks take great pride now being over 500 to say that they're in the race. They're really a half a game out of the race right now, but they consider themselves a playoff team. Where they haven't been in the playoffs since 1991. Been a long time for them. Andrew Lang on a nice, strong defensive move there.
Robinson has it knocked away, picked up by Ward. Knicks have turned it over on their last 3 possessions. Charles Oakley gets the feed, passes up a shot. Johnson off balance. Lang got a piece of it.
Charles had a layup there had he kept the ball a little bit longer.
Knicks lead has been cut to 12. Ray Allen. Oh, Ray Allen again. And he's got 15 on a 9-1 Milwaukee run. 51-41. Jeff Van Gundy not happy at all. And he'll call a 20-second timeout. While we have a moment, tell you about the MSG Channel hotline. If you're looking for the Rangers and the Maple Leafs from Toronto on MSG2 tonight, call 1-800-511-4446 and find out which channel they're on in your area. Ray Allen, who's averaging big numbers against the Knicks this season, at 26 points per game in the 3, already has 15 in the first half.
Allen Houston guarding against the drive, and then comes up to Allen quickly at the end of the move. Allen with 2 fouls now, certainly doesn't want the 3rd, but Allen is just a magnificent shooter. Talking about the Eastern standings, Mike, we were mentioning before, 28 games left for the Knicks, and right now, to show you what a precarious position they're in, they're 6 games out of first place in the division and 2 games from being out of the playoffs. Right. Every game, there's a look at it now, every game so important.
Well, you could have a 2 or 3 game losing streak and go from having home court advantage in the first round to being out of the playoff picture. That's how tight it is.
Fun for the fans, awful for the coaches. Huh?
Yeah. Anxiety for the fans as well. Larry Johnson underneath tries to draw the foul and does, and gets the basket. Lang whacked him, and Larry Johnson with a chance for a 3-point play.
He whacked him. Larry's favoring that right hand a bit. Doesn't want to show it to anybody, but he made a spectacular hook layup almost on this shot. Larry going around the defenders and using the backboard perfectly.
Knicks lead back up to 13. Check that. Yeah, 54-41. They have a wrong score up on the scoreboard. We're just under a minute and a half remaining. That's the correct score that you have on your monitor. Robinson finding for Curry. Curry, that's not the shot they want him taking. Larry Johnson boxing out, gets the rebound. Charlie Ward will slow it down. Good transition defense from Milwaukee. 13-point Knick lead, under a minute remaining. Ward has been a strong first half for the Knicks. Starks, hop step, and a 3. It's good. John Starks from downtown, his second 3. And the Knicks lead at 57-41.
Boy, the Knicks have really stayed with the classic approach here against the Bucks. Spread the floor, move the ball, and good things happen.
So the Knicks now lead at 57-41, 22nd timeout. Deb Kaufman will be coming up at halftime in the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer. We'll have all the highlights from the day in sports, plus Al Troutwick back from Nagano. We'll be here with Clive for the highlights. And John, Knicks are 6 of 9 from 3-point range. It took them 23s to get 6 last game. They were 6 of 20 against Golden State.
Well, John Starks held his position till the ball got to him, and he had that extra time to look at the basket. That's all a shooter wants. Just give me a little more time. So he's been getting it, and the Knicks the team have been getting it here in the second quarter.
57 points, shooting 60% from the field. Their most points in a half this year is 63. That was against the Wizards back in early January. Bruce Alexander doesn't like something with the clock, so he's going to check it out. I think the shot clock started. So Alexander and New Hollands will discuss things. What I'm always amazed at is how they're always so cognizant of how much time's left on the shot clock. I mean, to the 10th of a second. The officials do such an excellent job of monitoring the clocks and the time.
Well, they break down their responsibilities too, depending what position they're in on the floor. Some are watching the clock, some are watching the low post players, outside guys. You got to break it down.
Starks knocked it away and helping out on defense. Ward will set it up. About a 5-second differential between the game clock and shot clock now.
Knicks like to wind down the quarter with the ball in Allen Houston's hands.
Green looking to cheat to double team. Curry is on Houston right now. 5 on the shot clock. Houston fires it up. Not a good shot. Rebound goes to Glenn Robinson with plenty of time left. 4 seconds remaining. Robinson pulls up a long 3 and knocks it down. 1.3 remaining. Ward's going to heave it. 3/4 court will count if it goes. But well off the mark. And that will end the first half. But overall, a strong one for the Knicks. They score 57 points and shoot 59% from the field. Plus an assist to turnover ratio, not too bad. 17 assists, just 4 turnovers. Halftime at the Garden. The Knicks 57, the Bucks 44. We'll be back after this timeout.
Here comes Kenny Clay in on Mike Richter. Saved by Richter.
You're watching MSG Network.
We're all over it.
Jazz is freedom of expression with a groove. Our music is the art of improvisation, and that can be analogized to basketball and music. And in basketball, you have your fundamentals, your footwork, the form of your shot. Now, after a while, you know, you start to improvise. So you might be able to make a layup, but then you put a little juke in there. You might throw a no-look pass, or you might go between your legs. It's a wonderful thing.
For Annie, it was the right place.
Who's ready to party on the big boat beside me?
With the right guy.
This almost seems too perfect, doesn't it?
At exactly the wrong time. Again.
Oh, man!
A position charges throughout the ship.
I've been in worse situations than this, and panicking does not help. Trust me.
How are you gonna stop me now, my friend?
This will do.
Speed 2 Cruise Control.
I am never leaving the house again.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
Today's flight is a special one.
Meet the first-class passenger.
Makes the Manson family look like the Partridge family.
Of Con Air.
Where are you going with my plane?
We're going to Disneyland.
Now, it may be their party, but someone...
He's a U.S. Ranger, highly decorated.
...is about to crash in. From Jerry Bruckheimer, producer of The Rock.
It's on your mind, hillbilly. Goodbye.
Con Air.
Buckle up.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
More than great dunks, more than great D. It's Shaquille O'Neal's new video, Shaq Around the World. It's an all-access look that gives you Shaq's amazing NBA highlights and personal insight. You'll see Shaq thrill fans around the world with his awesome power and skills on the court while he continues to dedicate himself to winning an NBA championship. Shaq Around the World is available in stores now through NBA.com or by calling 1-800-NBA-HOOPS from NBA Video.
Cast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're watching the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle Halftime Report, makers of the award-winning brand of 4x4s on Earth. The New York Knicks 57, the Milwaukee Bucks 44. I'm Al Troutwig. As we begin this edition of the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle Report, we can tell you this Knicks team tonight, in spite of all the players they don't have, is using the players they do have. Brooks Thompson and Terry Cummings give them 16 points. We'll be back with Walt Clyde Frazier, but first, here's Deb Kaufman.
Thank you, Al. Even with the home against the Heat looming this weekend, the Nets cannot afford to look past Sacramento, and it looks like that's just what they're doing. Down by as many as 18 in the first half, they've at least closed it to 5, 57-52 as they head into the locker room. Pete Carrill in town. He's an assistant for Sacramento, and the Nets needed a couple of runs in this first half to get back in it. Sam Cassell to Jason Williams, and the game was tied at 22. Terry DeHare, though, connecting on everything, hitting from three-point range, hitting another three. He had 10 points in the first half. The Seton Hall product hitting his first 5 shots. Again, the Kings up 5 in the first at halftime, but they've been up by a lot more. With the Big East tournament starting on Wednesday, most teams have just 1 or 2 regular season games left. Number 22 Syracuse has Georgetown Sunday night and Pitt tonight, and they're leading this one. So one more win for the Orangemen gives them a first-round bye, as Jim Boeheim is well aware. Big first half for Eaton Thomas. He converts the Jason Hart alley-oop, and Thomas leading the Orangemen with 13 points in the first half. Good defense against Pitt. The steal by Jason Hart, and he goes coast to coast. Cuse by 7, 35-28 at the half. St. John's, with their win against the Cuse, has already clinched a first-round bye, and Fran Fraschilla is starting to get a little bothered that they're still not in the top 25. They've even got a chance to win the overall conference championship.
I don't want to minimize how important a win it was, but the focus we had was very much like middle of the season. But I think in the back of the kids' minds, they understood that in order to get to a chance to play for the regular season title, that they had to beat Syracuse. So in that sense, I was pleased for them that they maintained their focus and made some awfully big plays in the game. And then here we are. We get to go, march up the Stores on Saturday night.
A quick break, and we'll continue halftime from the MSG Sports Desk right after this.
She was your permanent playmate. She was a partner in crime. She was your beauty consultant. She was a sympathetic ear. And today she's just a phone call away. That's why MCI offers 5-cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute of every Sunday, along with low rates all week long. Call 1-800-SUNDAYS to become an MCI customer.
Dilbert for Office Depot.
I prepare to enter the sensory deprivation chamber. I will experience no mental or physical stimulation for hours. All that, and I get paid too.
From the cubicle to the boardroom, Office Depot, the world's largest seller of office products, has it all. From paper clips to computers, file folders to file cabinets, all at guaranteed low prices. Business is crazy, but Office Depot makes sense.
While the NBA is in for a long off-season, the NFL reached an agreement with its players' union that extends to the year 2003. The Redskins aren't afraid to spend a little money. 2 days after giving Dana Stubblefield $36 million, the Skins give Dan Wilkinson $21 million. They will have a totally revamped defensive line this fall. Cincinnati gets back a first and a third-round pick. And the Packers, who lost their punter to free agency, signed former Giant Sean Landeta. The Knicks, still looking for their first win of the year against Milwaukee, are up at halftime. Back to the Garden after this.
Frank, I'm thinking about moving to another swamp.
No, really?
I'm just not comfortable living in a swamp where assassination attempts are taking place. Every loon with a vendetta, every snake with a sinus headache frightens me.
Hey, snap out of it, Louie. Everybody knows it was you.
Oh, Frank, I had no motive. I love Budweiser, and I love the frogs.
Oh, yeah, you're good buddies. I forgot.
Excuse me, if you would remember last summer, I invited them to that barbecue.
Yeah, well, Louie, you wanted to cook them at that barbecue.
But at least I invited them.
Oh.
You wouldn't have invited them at all.
She knew where she was headed, and it wasn't to a bigger office with longer hours, where you phone home good nights to your kids. She has her own business now, and along the way found a broker who kept her focused on where she was going. She gave up the big office and a view, but what she's seeing is her kids growing up. How'd she get there?
More research, insight, understanding. Payne Weber. Invest with more intelligence.
Damage, the first digital camera with a move and zoom lens. A 3-foot cable shoots over the crowd's head, behind your back. Shoot up a storm, then download only the best into your PC. Yes, Damage V, the digital camera with a fast, straight, detachable lens. Only from the mind of an ultra.
New York Yankees baseball is back on MSG. Catch the Bombers in spring training action against the Tigers from Tampa, Saturday, March 7th, right here on MSG.
You're into the game. Get into the gear. Have you heard about Nothing But Hoops? It's the official catalog of the NBA. You can get NBA Authentics. That's the same stuff players wear. Hey, it might even help your game. Get the coolest stuff from any team, anytime, anywhere. Even WNBA stuff. What more could you ask for? For your free Nothing But Hoops catalog, call 1-800-301-4000. That's 1-800-301-4000. I love this stuff.
Come along, join the biggest stars as they soar into the night.
We've hit the stage to watch the NBA play.
Across Broadway,
love this game. NBA!
I love this game! We need a team in Siam. I love this game!
I love this game!
Some of our announcers' clothing is furnished by Perry Ellis Menswear.
The halftime scoring summary brought to you by the new Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. From 0 to 60, it's the world's fastest sport utility vehicle, the new Jeep Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. Amazingly well-balanced scoring for the New York Knicks. John Starks has 11. After that, it's single digits for everybody. But look at Brooks Thompson and Terry Cummings contributing 16 points to the Knick effort. As for the Milwaukee Bucks, Ray Allen putting them into the basket with hands in his face. He's got 15, Glenn Robinson 13, and that's the story for Milwaukee. Al Troutwig along with Walt Clyde Frazier. And Clyde, the Knicks are getting killed on the boards, 21-11, and yet here they stand with this big lead, largely to a lot of hard work.
Yeah, they shoot it 60% from the field.
59.
59. I thought Ward provided the impetus early on. Their defense was tenacious, so they were getting steals and really thriving in the transition game.
Time for the highlights.
Welcome back to you, sir.
It's good to see you too, Clyde. Let's see if I remember. The highlights are brought to you by Jeep Wrangler, the on and off-road fun machine from your friends at Jeep. Clyde, let's start things off with Ray Allen. The Knicks have to find a way to stop them.
Yeah, he's averaging 26 points a game in the last 3 games against the Knicks. Here, stopping and popping on Houston. Allen has to tighten up his D.
With all the injuries, the Knicks need their bench, and they got it in the first half.
Yeah, but look at the articulation here. Cummings.
The what?
This is noteworthy. That's his first hoop as a Knick.
Meanwhile, Brooks Thompson wearing number 7, looking good.
Shaking and baking here. He's a southpaw, this time wheeling off the glass.
17 assists on 23 Knick hoops, and here's a beauty coming up from Brooks Thompson.
Yeah, they only averaged 21 assists for an entire game. Watch this when he'll find Starks downtown. Starks, a career leader in threes, made and attempted by the Knicks. So it was that type of dishing and switching that propelled the Knicks into the lead.
Clyde, you be good on the radio. We'll be back. Mike Breen, John Andres with the call. The Knicks have the lead here over the Milwaukee Bucks. You've been watching the Tri-State Jeep and Eagle halftime report. There's only one Jeep, and it's only at your Tri-State Jeep and Eagle dealer.
In business, nothing should come between you and success. So Samsonite developed the new Easy Big Wheel with huge 6-inch wheels to go over and around practically any obstacle. Business travel is hard. Samsonite makes it easy.
This is where I work. These are my coworkers. Those are my customers. And that's me. Employee number 8. I make baskets.
So, you want to see my Discover Card statement? I am very, very prissy.
Put up or shut up!
I love to be pampered. I go have my hair done. I love to go have my nails done, have pedicures, manicures. My biggest weakness would have to be shoes. Cashback bonus award really floats my boat.
How many credit cards make a statement like that?
I am definitely a shopaholic.
It pays to Discover. Accepted where you see the Novus sign.
Ship your package in 2 days with FedEx. And you'll run into 7 different price zones.
Ship your package in 2 days with UPS. And you'll run into 7 different price zones.
Ship your package in 2 to 3 days with Priority Mail. And there's just one price zone.
So, what's your priority? Priority Mail from the U.S. Postal Service.
It's Sunday. A time to bring those who are far away close, and those who are close, closer still. That's why MCI presents 5 Cent Sundays. 5 cents a minute, every Sunday. And now you can also use your MCI card to phone home on Sundays for 5 cents a minute. To enroll, call 1-800-SUNDAYS.
Introducing the carry-on combo from Samsonite. It's one carry-on that goes both overhead and under the seat. Business travel is hard. Samsonite makes it easy.
Hey,
kids are watching.
Starter presents Play It Up.
Saturday mornings at 10 on MSG Network.
Now we're giving away some cool trips.
To Knicks basketball camp this summer.
In the Starter MSG Network Play It Up sweepstakes.
To enter, send a postcard to P.O. Box JAF 3210, New York, New York 10116.
Include your name, address, age, and phone number.
Hey, no grown-ups allowed. You must be between 7 and 14 years old to play.
Check out Starter Presents Play It Up, Saturday mornings in April.
To find out if you're going to Knicks camp this summer.
Cool.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. By Minolta, official camera of the Garden. And by MetLife. Get Met, it pays.
Let's reflect, shall we? A moment of television synergy, because Terry Cummings is now a Knick, but he used to be a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. How perfect it is then that we turn the page back to 1984 for the Coke Classic and one of the hidden talents that he has brought to the Knicks. This is at the Mecca, of course. Mike Dunleavy there. Don Nelson was the coach. Unfortunately, the Knicks don't need him to sing. They need him to board. And we have not been bored watching him and Brooks Thompson play, have we, Mike Breen?
Not at all, Al, as Cummings with 8 points, 3 of 4 from the field. Thompson with 8 points as well. Real spark off the bench on some Knicks who certainly weren't in Knick fans' minds when the season began. Joining mid-season and doing a nice job tonight.
Remember when we spoke to Terry when he joined the Knicks last week in Portland about singing? He was very serious.
Yes.
No, I'm not ready to sing. I'm here to play basketball and in time maybe, but you know he was positioning his talents as a singer way in the background to his job here.
Allen Houston tried to draw a foul, does not. Dare I say the coach was singing his praises at halftime? Shut me up now, please. I really embarrassed myself. Charlie Ward, that's his 4th steal of the game. Houston against Elliott Perry. Houston trying to again create off the dribble. Charles Oakley left open. Oakley knocks it down. Oakley 3 for 3 from the field, and the Knicks lead by 15.
When you double team, one of 2 things has to happen. You either got to get back quickly to the man, or someone has to rotate and find the open man, and they didn't succeed in doing that. The double teamer didn't get back quickly to Oakley. Meanwhile, Chris Ford had to be talking about one subject at halftime, and it's not shooting, it's defense. His team's got to present much more energy to the Knicks here in the second half.
Allen Houston strong boxing out. Oakley will put it up again and put it in again. But down the other end, John, Irvin Johnson was going for the rebound, and Allen Houston boxed out the 6'11 Johnson and secured that board. They were kind of isolated in one area.
Oakley shot over a lot of hands on that play and made the hoop.
Ward another steal and then draws the foul on Elliott Perry. 5 steals for Charlie Ward as Perry picks up his 2nd foul. And a timeout quickly called by Milwaukee.
Charlie Ward took quite a hit on that play. That number 5 ties his season high now of steals in a game.
Ward coming off a rough performance against Golden State on Tuesday. He had that magnificent game against the Houston Rockets on Sunday. When you talk to the coaching staff of the Knicks, and they talk so much about the improvement from Charlie Ward. He really has made great strides this year. The thing about with Ward, what he needs to do is he's got to do it on a consistent basis, night in and night out, because some nights, John, he looks like an absolute all-star. And other nights, he still has some problems here or there. The improvement certainly, though, has been there this season. 61-44. Knicks lead by 17. Ward, beautiful feed to Mills. And the reverse layup.
Reverse dipsy-doodle special layup. What a shot.
And Charlie Ward with his 7th assist in addition to the 5 steals. Glenn Robinson. Robinson now with 15 points on the night.
Not that anyone would ever care, but the speed with which the ball gets into Robinson's hands And the execution of the shot into the basket has to be as fast as anyone who's ever played this game.
I care, John.
I mean, I'm thinking about someone with a clock measuring it, you know, who cares, but boy, is it fast.
Shot clock down to 3. Charlie Ward makes the drive. Johnson will not get it off in time. It's only the 5th turnover for the Knicks. Almost 2.5 gone by here in the 3rd. Charlie Ward, the Knicks, with a 17-point lead. Turnovers a big part of it. Knicks doing a good job of taking care of the basketball. Ray Allen, who had a strong first half for Tyrone Hill, and he's fouled on the way up. Charles Oakley kind of throws his arm in disgust. He knows he commits the foul. He picks up another one for Oakley. That's his 3rd. We have a moment. Remind you about the extensive coverage of the national sports scene, plus the eye toward the hometown team. Fox Sports News tonight, coming up at midnight here on the MSG Network. Around the NBA and NHL. Hill hitting the first free throw. Tyrone Hill, quiet night, just 3 points, 5 rebounds.
You mentioned Ray Allen's strong first half, Mike. That 8 rebound total leads the entire game. Most unusual for a guard to accumulate that many in a game, much less than a half.
The Bucks are out rebounding the Knicks 22-12, but more importantly, the Knicks with a 15-point lead in the scoring department.
And also the way the Knicks shot the ball so well, there weren't the normal amount of rebounds one might find in a half. They were shooting so well.
Allen Houston, that's a 3. Charles Oakley, the offensive board. And the Knicks will set it up again. Mills had a notion about a 3. Knicks only had 2 offensive rebounds in the first half. Houston trying to post up. Houston hard to the goal and draws the foul. And that's what he's been doing so well recently. Made something out of nothing. Irvin Johnson's 2nd foul.
Well, Allen Houston sensing Perry on him, figures a big step and get around the man, and he did, and then he was fouled by the big guy and makes now his first appearance at the foul line.
There's his numbers tonight. Again, Knicks with balanced scoring. Chris Mills and John Starks lead the Knicks with 11 apiece. 65-48. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. An illegal defense called against the Knicks. Their 2nd, so a technical foul. Bucks will shoot a free throw. In normal circumstances, Jeff Van Gundy wouldn't be happy with the shooting percentage of Milwaukee. They're just under 49%. As Allen connects, but the Knicks at 58% and lead by 16, but it's still a number that he's going to want to get down.
Absolutely.
Bucks now 9 of 9 from the free throw line.
Bucks come in tonight as the 6th best field goal percentage shooting team in the NBA. So on a nightly basis, they're at 46% plus a couple of percentages.
Tyrone Hill, that's a real nice rebound. Johnson had perfect position. Allen misses. Oakley grabs the board, but it went over the backboard, so it's out of bounds. You know, with all the new players, you know, Terry Cummings comes in, Brooks Thompson now playing extra minutes, and the different lineups with a 3-guard look. Jeff Van Gundy, you can see him constantly talking defense. Guys come off the floor, I'll have a word with him. And that's the toughest thing to learn. That's the first thing the coaches will talk to you about. And Cummings still getting involved and learning the nuances of the Knicks defense.
Well, Cummings also comes off experience with Philadelphia. Allen Iverson, Derek Coleman, very offensive-minded players.
Allen Houston, that's a 2, and Houston drills the jumper. 67-49. Knicks back up by 18. 4 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Allen tied up. Tyrone Hill looking.
Larry Johnson rotated around, helping out.
Elliot Perry forces the shot. Ball tipped out to Ray Allen, and a 2 points as Tyrone Hill again makes the nice play down low despite not having possession.
What the Knicks have to take upon themselves now mentally is not to get on coast with this 16-point lead, because the Bucks are going to play hard. They intend to win this game even though they're way down.
Ward misses the 3. Perry tracks down the long rebound. Knicks with a 16-point lead. A little over 7 minutes remaining, third quarter. Robinson has Mills on him. Shot clock down to 8. Spinning. There's the double team. Robinson gets it out. Perry fakes the 3 with 3 on the shot clock. Misses the shot. Mills grabs the rebound.
Solid defensive posture by the Knicks team on that situation there. Robinson twice had opportunities, and the Knicks double teamed him once, and the other time he was held down. What a nice soft lead pass to Allen Houston from Charles Oakley.
Oakley with his 5th assist. And Houston now with 14 points. Knicks back up by 18. Allen to Johnson. Offensive foul. Charles Oakley steps in and draws the charge as Johnson picks up his 3rd. And we'll have timeout. 6:31 remaining. Third quarter at Madison Square Garden. Knicks with an 18-point lead.
The #1 selling automobile in America is Toyota Camry. Got it? And Toyota's February inventory clearance is a great time to buy. Get it? With 6,000 new Camrys just delivered, you'll find great Camry deals on a huge selection. Only $249 a month leases a new Camry and all that comes with it. Or buy now with easy financing. There's a big selection of Corollas. You can't beat the value. Or go Toyota 4Runner. Got it? Get it now. You'll find the deal you want at Toyota's February inventory clearance.
Everyone wants something from Jesus Shuttlesworth.
The guy's unbelievable.
Hello, son. But what his father wants,
You can make the governor very happy.
is something money can't buy.
You deliver your son, he'll cut your time here short.
I figure you might need some fatherly advice.
From who?
From me.
Denzel Washington.
I pray that you understand why I pushed you so hard.
This isn't a game. This is life.
Don't blow it.
He Got Game, a Spike Lee joint. This film is not yet rated. Starts May 1st.
Hey. Matt, got your email. Vancouver? Genius. Passed it on to Epps. He's running it through the Northwest.
Hey, Matt. Ideas a hit in the Northwest. I've got purchasing checking suppliers.
You want it up top. Client briefing. Your Vancouver idea.
Want to take your business to the next level?
Right now, Clyde is on the radio sounding like Clyde. If you think you can sound like Clyde or any other national or local sportscaster, send us a tape to MSG, Post Office Box JAF 3210, New York, New York 10116. Bernard McGurk of the Imus in the Morning program is here in the front row, and I would imagine that your Clyde is still pretty good, vintage Clyde.
It's not bad, but I think I do a better Marv Albert impersonation. But I can do a little Clyde for you right now. I think at this time I better be moving and grooving to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Now, Bernard, you bash the Knicks all the time. And now here you are in the front row. Please.
I deny that. I absolutely categorically.
I have the tapes.
Hey, you almost got hit in the head with a basketball.
But I didn't.
No, I love it. The Knicks are they're coming around. They got rid of who's that guy that knocked the AC Green's teeth out? What was his name?
I don't know. J.R. Reed.
They got rid of him, didn't they?
He's gone.
Oh, go Knicks. I'm all over it.
So now you're a big Knicks fan.
I'm a big Knicks fan from way back.
All right, you're not over it. We're all over it, and I'll go back to Mike Breen.
Well, we've got it on tape.
I didn't know Bernard was political.
Oakley hitting the free throw. He's a big Knicks fan. That's interesting. I have a little fodder for tomorrow morning.
I bet you do.
6:15 remaining in the third. Knicks leading now by 19. Oakley with a chance to give them their biggest lead of the game. Oakley also has 5 assists. And there it is, a 20-point lead. Allen Houston the steal. Ward pushing it up the floor. Houston against Michael Curry. Drives hard. The follow. Beautiful play from Allen Houston.
That's the kind of play that makes a man feel dominant. He drives in, no problem, up in the air, misses his shot, and he's right there at the top of his jump to tip it in.
Allen Houston now with 16 points. 73-51. Ray Allen blocked by Oakley. Knicks look to break again. Mills, wide open three. Won't go that time. And Glenn Robinson grabs the board. Glenn Robinson misfires. Hill battling. Tyrone Hill blocked by Mills, but a foul. Boy, Hill's getting a lot of tough rebounds in there. And he'll shoot 2 more free throws as Andrew Lang will come back in. Irvin Johnson sits down. Jeff Van Gundy told us earlier tonight, Knicks don't have a lot of shot blocking. Well, they got one here from an unlikely source.
Charles Oakley, and yet the Knicks focus on keeping people out of the paint area gets the job done as well. Even though you don't get shot blocking, sometimes good effort and intimidation, I should say, good effort can still get the job done. And that's really what the Knicks have done tonight as a team. No, it isn't just one man. They're helping out each other, plugging holes whenever they occur.
The help defense, and we say it a lot, Charles Oakley is one of the best help defenders in the entire league. Lead is 20, just over 5 minutes remaining in the third. Oakley having one of those all-around games. Larry Johnson. Then they send the double team at him. He's seen that all night. Ward had no one to throw to. Instead drives the lane. Lang the rebound. Ward was expecting somebody on the weak side and just wasn't there. Ray Allen. Michael Curry. Hill gets the rebound. Mills had him boxed out but wasn't looking to get the board. He was facing Hill. Allen pass underneath, deflected out of bounds. Last touch by Hill, and it's Knicks ball. 14 turnovers for the Bucks, just 5 for the Knicks.
With the third quarter winding down, it doesn't look like the Bucks have what they need to really get back into this game.
Oakley. Allen the rebound. 10 rebounds for Ray Allen. Glenn Robinson beats everyone down the floor in an easy 2. 17 points for Robinson. Knicks lead cut to 18. 73-55. Just over 4 left here in the third. And Milwaukee's a team that can score points and punches because of their fine shooting, including 3-point range. One of the better teams from that distance. 3 on the shot clock. Ward has to just flip up a desperation shot. Hits the rim. Ball knocked out of bounds by Allen. And Allen had to get to it because Charles Oakley's hustle forced it. So the Knicks will get the ball. And the Knicks have to get back on defense. Did not in this sequence, John.
There's our AT&T great connection. One of the better moments for the Bucks tonight. With Glenn Robinson finishing with that slam dunk. They have not enjoyed freedom on the court as they did on that play.
Starks and Cummings in for Johnson and Mills. Cummings played 10 very effective minutes in the first half. Lazy pass. Houston able to get it back though. Charlie Ward the feed to Cummings, and his pass to Oakley does not go the way he planned. Allen comes the other way. 5 on 4. So Allen decides on a 3. Ray Allen. Knick fans certainly remember a 3-pointer from straight on from Ray Allen. Of course, the game back here that the Bucks won at the Garden earlier this season. Allen hit that 25-foot 3-pointer, and we'll have a 20-second timeout. 7-0 run by the Bucks. We'll have a moment. Tell you about what's coming up this week. As the Knicks lead by 15. Saturday afternoon at 1, Nets collide with the Heat on Fox Sports New York. Then at 7:30, Devils and the Carolina Hurricanes in New Jersey. On to Sunday, Islanders and the Bruins, 2 o'clock on Fox Sports New York. Monday, 7:30, Rangers and Dominic Hasek and the Sabres on MSG. Tuesday, Knicks and Nets. The rivalry continues, 7:30 on MSG. All coming up on MSG and Fox Sports New York. Check your local listings. Just under 3.5 remaining in the third. Knicks have led by as many as 22, but the lead right now at 15.
Mike, Ranger update. 1-0 Rangers in the second at Toronto. Got it?
John Buckler debut. Who had the assist on the goal, John? Do you know that? Do you know that?
No, it was somebody, though.
Well, it could have been unassisted. I've just exposed your lack of hockey knowledge.
Right. Well, knowing Muckler, though, he wants a lot of assists.
73-58. It's lead by 15. Oakley deflects it and flips it to Starks. Starks now in the front court will slow it down, give it to Ward. Charlie Ward decides no good shot there. Cummings. Oakley's play on that. What a terrific play. Not only the initial deflection, but then tips it to Starks to keep it alive. Charlie Ward. Shot clock at 6. Ward banks it in.
interesting play that preceded that hoop picked by Charles Oakley that had Robinson just totally shaken up. What a pick.
Knicks back up by 17. Michael Curry down the lane and jams it in, and a foul.
I didn't think he went up that high.
Kind of a last-second explosion from Curry as Terry Cummings was called for the foul. We'll have timeout. 2:22 remaining third quarter. Knicks leading by 15.
The Knicks are at the Garden to battle the Nets after MCS Cannon Game Night, Tuesday night on MSG.
How has Black history made an impact in your life?
More than anything, it gave me a sense of pride and a better understanding of who I am. It made me more determined to do something positive with my life.
Some people may say, I'm not African American, so why do I need to learn about Black history?
Because Black history is American history. It's about celebrating American people. That's why everybody should celebrate Black History Month.
We work for a highly funded yet unofficial government agency. Our mission is to monitor extraterrestrial activity on Earth.
Oh, that can be good.
I knew it. This is an alien, and you guys are from some government agency trying to keep it under wraps.
Nah.
Men in Black.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
This is where I work. These are my co-workers. Those are my customers. And that's me. Employee number 8. I make baskets.
Just under 2.5 to play, third quarter, Madison Square Garden. Knicks leading the Bucks 75-60. Knicks making a lot of good plays here in the third quarter. Watch Charles Oakley. First makes the deflection, and then that little tip with the left hand to feed his teammate. Just a fabulous play.
And Charles Oakley's setting a pick. Check this out. Wow. Glenn Robinson got rocked.
A little bit of everything from Charles Oakley tonight. He's got 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. Curry completes a 3-point play. Knicks lead is 14. Knicks led by 13 at the half. They've got up by as many as 22, but Milwaukee keeps coming back with little runs to stay in it.
Knicks really spreading the floor.
Cummings can't handle a pass, and the Knicks turn it over for the 8th time.
Yes, only 4 at the half in the turnover department for the Knicks. Good discipline by them. Soft defense also by the Bucks in the first half.
Under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Tyrone Hill. Starks doing a superb job denying the ball from Ray Allen. 7 on the shot clock. Pass underneath. Hill lost it. Foul call though. Nolan Fine makes the call. John Starks will be called for the foul. That's his second. Starks prior to that though. Ray Allen really wanted the ball. Starks denied it. That's a lost art. Ball denial in the NBA.
Well, that's the best way to keep a big scorer down. If you can, keep the ball out of his hands. It sounds so basic. Very hard to do. The great scorers always seem to be able to wrestle the ball away.
Hopefully wrestle that one for the rebound. Knicks by 14. Minute and a half remaining. Third quarter. Terry Cummings. Cummings looking for a shot. Nice fake. And one. Terry Cummings with a chance for a 3-point play. And he's in double figures with 10.
Well, here's a look now at the New York Marriott Marquis Skycam at this assortment of moves from Terry Cummings, which work. The New York Marriott Marquis, Broadway's biggest hit.
Andrew Lang, his second foul. Cummings, who had not scored in his previous 3 appearances with the Knicks, making up for it tonight with 11 points. His season high with Philadelphia was 16. He hadn't been playing that much, though, since the All-Star break, and wasn't in great shape when he's arrived. I mean, you can work out as much as you want, but especially for a veteran, you need to be on the floor again in game shape and get your timing down. And that hadn't been the case recently. Timing's certainly better tonight. Knicks by 17. Shot clock at 4. Robinson, quick, strong move. Altered it at the last second. Ball knocked out of bounds. 2 officials don't see it, and the third says Knicks ball. Charles Oakley's help defense the key to that play. Johnson with his lower part of the hand and the thumb being taped by Mike Saunders, the wrist and the thumb area. We'll get an update on that. Starks fakes the 3.
Boy, Mike, one thing we haven't seen tonight from the Knicks is many, if any, bad shots, bad attempts, rush shots.
Cummings won't fall, and he'll foul from behind. Cummings upset with himself. 3 fouls on Terry Cummings. They calm Jeff Van Gundy. His team up by 17 right now. 35.5 remaining. Brendan Malone to his left. Milwaukee 12 for 12 from the free throw line tonight. Hill, who's not a great free throw shooter, finally makes the first miss. Does that make sense? Makes the first miss. Next up for the Knicks here on MSG, New Jersey Nets on Tuesday night. Our coverage begins MCS Cannon game night at 7 o'clock. Of course, they'll play the Lakers Sunday. That game on NBC Sports as Tyrone Hill goes 1 of 2. 78-62. Knicks lead by 16. Half-minute remaining, third quarter. Charlie Ward, the penetration, swatted away by Curry. Shot clock at 10. Allen Houston. And he lost the handle on it, trying to get it to Oakley. 9 Knick turnovers.
Much has been said about the return of Herb Williams to the Knicks, but with the play of Cummings tonight, the fact that Herb, having been traded and bouncing around the country for the last week, needs a little more practice time, although he did practice with the Knicks yesterday.
And it's now 78-64. Robinson with another. 3 seconds remaining in the quarter. Charlie Ward down the lane, the runner. And that'll end the third quarter. The Knicks led by 13 at the half. They increased the lead by 1. Much to do because of Charles Oakley. Oakley, a big all-around game. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. It's 78-64 Knicks after 3.
The switch is on during your Tri-State Quality Ford Dealers President's Day sales event. Make the switch to Ford Escort now and get low 1.9% financing or a big $1,000 cash back. Escort's got a sports suspension you can't get on Cavalier and a bigger engine than Civic. People in the Tri-State area are switching to Ford every day. And when you see the great deals on every Ford in stock, you'll switch too. But hurry, it's the final days at your Tri-State Quality Ford dealer, where there's more to a Ford.
This guy is a very simple job. See the puck? Stop the puck. See the puck? Stop the puck. Puck, bad. Glove, good. Simple. Just like
AT&T One Rate International. One low rate per country on calls from home anytime.
Exactly.
What about that 10-3-2-1 thing?
With One Rate International, most calls cost less. So what you're basically saying... Playing hockey, talking at the same time? Bad.
The AT&T One Rate International plan.
The #1 selling automobile in America is Toyota Camry. Got it? And Toyota's February inventory clearance is a great time to buy. Get it? With 6,000 new Camrys just delivered, you'll find great Camry deals on a huge selection. Only $249 a month leases a new Camry and all that comes with it. Or buy now with easy financing. There's a big selection of Corollas. You can't beat the value. Or go Toyota 4Runner. Got it? Get it now. You'll find the deal you want at Toyota's February inventory clearance.
New York Knicks basketball is brought to you in part by Toyota. Every day. By Discover Card. And by Office Depot. Business is crazy, but Office Depot makes sense.
Remember, when you're having good times with good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. Knicks with a 14-point lead after 3 quarters over the Bucks, a team that has beaten them 3 out of 3 times this season. Right now the Knicks playing without Larry Johnson. This was in the second quarter. Johnson getting the pass down low. And it was right after this play. Johnson's right hand bothering him. Again, that was in the second quarter. We saw Mike Saunders taping it up. And now the ice on the hand for Johnson, who remains on the bench. Brooks Thompson in the game. He played 9 effective minutes in the first half. Oakley, the deflection again. Starks will slow it down. Knicks leading by 14, opening minute here in the 4th. Charles Oakley having one of those games. A little bit of everything. Cummings operating against Lang. Tough shot, and he draws the foul. Terry Cummings. A solid game. He's got 11 points. Lang his 3rd foul.
Cummings, you can see the way he carries himself, plays with a lot of pride, and you know he was very anxious to start adding something. And in a short time, relatively short time since he joined the Knicks last Friday, he's come a long way.
Cummings hits another free throw. Brooks Thompson playing well, but he's gotten involved in some tough plays. You see Michael Curry with the elbow in Thompson's face. Physical game tonight. And Cummings hits the free throw. Cummings a 70% career free throw shooter, which is a little lower than you expect a guy who's a good shooter. It's lead by 16, 80-64. Still opening minute here in the 4th. Curry. Lang backs up. Cannot hit. Charles Oakley another rebound. Quick flip to Starks. Cummings and Lang. Knicks certainly like this matchup. Cummings the fall away. And Hill the rebound. And a foul call against the Knicks. Hill picks up his 4th. Just over a minute gone by here in the 4th. Glenn Robinson. A little quiet here in the second half, as is Ray Allen. Allen with only 3 of his 18 in the second half. Check that, he's got 21.
Oakley yelling out to Cummings. He's got help behind him with Allen.
Cummings on the steal. Starks a 2-on-1. The ball fake past the Mills, and he banks it in. Chris Ford wants timeout. Pretty play from John Starks. 10:24 remaining 4th quarter. Knicks back up by 18.
It's the Great Jeep event, and great deals on your favorite Jeep vehicles are showing up wherever you look. Like a low $339 a month lease rate on the rugged Go Anywhere Grand Cherokee Laredo. Or choose 4.8% financing. And check out our latest 4x4 of the year, Grand Cherokee 5.9 Limited. The landscape will never be the same during the Great Jeep event. Brought to you by the most award-winning brand of 4x4s on earth. Check out this $339 lease at your dealer.
Some people think the Pentium 2 is the fastest processor in the world. Not quite. The chip inside every new Power Macintosh G3 is up to twice as fast.
The press praised it. Luxury car companies feared it. The public adored it. Now it's about to happen all over again. Presenting the new Nissan Altima. Enjoy the ride.
Just over 90 seconds gone by. 4th quarter, Madison Square Garden. Knicks lead by 18. Our MCS Cannon game summary, John.
Well, it started out with great shooting by the Knicks. over the Bucks, who are 3-0 versus the Knicks this season. The Knicks shooting continues over 50%. The bench has been terrific for the Knicks. And Charles Oakley, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. And in some ways, that doesn't tell of the real impact he's had in this game.
Absolutely. He's always been called the ultimate intangibles player. That's been definitely the case tonight. Curry, the runner, draws the foul on Brooks Thompson to try to get in his way. 3 on Thompson. That, of course, big play from Terry Cummings. Not only 13 points, but the steal on Ray Allen.
Allen tried that crossover dribble in front of Cummings. Watch this finish by Starks. Fake pass, then indicates he's going to keep it, and then passes it for the finish.
Curry and Mills. You saw Curry then throw an elbow at Mills as they were running up the floor.
Curry's the man who made that heartbreaking for the Knicks shot to beat the Knicks in overtime in their last meeting, the end of January here. With 3.9 seconds left, gave the Bucks a 113-112 lead. And that was the heartbreaker for the Knicks. That terrific play by Michael Curry.
He was signed as a free agent back in July. Nice player. He's up and out with the Pistons, and they lost it. He's one of those intangible type players. Starks flips it up there, does not get the roll. Hill the rebound. Knicks lead by 16. Just over 2 minutes gone by. Ray Allen. And nobody came to help out on defense that time. Allen's got 23.
Larry Johnson ready to check back in.
Starks with a 3. Off the mark. Hill the rebound. Tyrone Hill with 12 boards. Curry spins, nearly falls down and gets it in.
Man, what a move. But he kept his balance and focus.
And Jeff Van Gundy wants a timeout. Michael Curry making some big plays now. A 6-0 run by the Bucks. Knicks lead has been sliced to 12.
The Knicks are at the Garden to battle the Nets after MCS Cannon Game Night, Tuesday night on MSG.
I'm about to unleash the biblical plague.
For Special Agent Sean Archer,
He wants people dead.
there's only one way to catch a killer.
State-of-the-art morphogenetic template.
You want to take his face and mine?
You've got to become him. From the director of Broken Arrow, John Travolta, Nicolas Cage.
What do you say we trade back?
Face Off.
Plan B. Let's just kill each other.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
Today's flight is a special one.
Meet the first-class passenger.
Makes the Manson family look like the Partridge family.
Of Con Air.
Where are you going with my plane?
We're going to Disneyland.
Now, it may be their party, but someone
He's a U.S. Ranger, highly decorated.
is about to crash it. From Jerry Bruckheimer, producer of The Rock.
It's on your mind, hillbilly. Goodbye.
Con Air.
Buckle up.
Playing this month on Direct Ticket, only on Direct TV.
Es un hombre que vive peligroso. Todo lo que hace es sabroso. Cada vieja que lo ve le escurre como miel. Quizás no verás la mañana. Hombre secreto, hombre secreto.
Still over 9 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Knicks lead has been cut to 12. Our Toyota matchup. Allen Houston with 16, Ray Allen with 23. Houston coming alive in the third quarter. Just with more of a balanced attack where it's been Allen and Glenn Robinson from Milwaukee, though they're now starting to get some help from some other sources.
Well, they're lifting up their effort at the defensive end.
Elliott Perry the steal. And Perry with an easy 2, an 8-0 run now by Milwaukee. Larry Johnson, by the way, is back on the floor with that right hand taped up.
Well, it's clear the Bucks haven't checked out of this game.
This is the closest they've been in the second half. Knicks have been up by double digits the entire second half. Johnson double team. Brooks Thompson a 3. That's good. Brooks Thompson coming up big tonight. And the Knicks back up by 13.
That shot didn't just come to him. He went after it.
A season high 11 points for Brooks Thompson. Chance of defense from the Garden crowd. Shot clock at 8. Robinson guarded by Larry Johnson. Settles on the jumper. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Thompson. Good boxing out from Cummings on Hill. Brooks Thompson and Terry Cummings, both with their most effective games in their short Knick careers. Starks swings it. Thompson, and a whistle, a 3-second violation? No, a foul called against Milwaukee. Michael Curry called for the foul.
Another look at the Knicks on the move moments ago. Good ball movement, and Brooks Thompson canning that jumper.
Still plenty of time. A little over 4 minutes gone by here on the 4th. Cummings calling for the ball. This time Tyrone Hill on him. Terry Cummings. One-on-one. They don't send a double team. Cummings, tough shot and a foul. Terry Cummings with a chance for a 3-point play. He has 15 points and the Knicks lead by 15. And smiles from his new teammates. 4 fouls on Hill.
What a move by Cummings here. He's being guarded by one of the better defenders in the low post position, Tyrone Hill. You know, the Knicks are talking about adding or considering adding another player to fill out their roster with Dudley out hurt now. A lot of names are appearing, names that are familiar to NBA fans. But with this performance tonight, there may not be that sense of urgency to do that performance I refer to by Terry Cummings.
Cummings a season high, tying 16. Perry lost the ball. You saw the bench scoring, the differential there. Nick Bench coming up huge. Starks, Thompson, and Terry Cummings, a big part of that. Starks, Cummings gets his offensive rebound, and the Knicks will get a new 24. Cummings is fired up. He's got Michael Curry on him now. Size and strength no match. Cummings the fall away. Won't get it. Mills tips it, but it goes right to Robinson. Knicks lead by 16. 5 minutes gone by here on the 4th. Starks knocks it away, but Robinson gets it right back. Glenn Robinson with a scoop shot. Pretty move from Glenn Robinson. He's got 21. Six and a half remaining, 4th quarter. A 14-point Knick lead. Knicks trying to finally beat the Milwaukee Bucks. The pass to Mills, and he's fouled from behind. That's a pretty pass from Brooks Thompson. But that's the old, going back to the old traditional fundamental basketball, John. Moving without the ball, and that's what Chris Mills did beautifully.
Yes, he's that solid a player who has those instincts. And it was so well timed so that he could get that pass in scoring position.
And Mills, recently in his good stretch, a lot of his points and rebounds have been coming in the 4th quarter. Let's take another look.
Ball goes into the corner. You can see the cut. Perfect, as the Knicks left that middle wide open for such a play.
John Starks sits down. 11 points for Starks. Allen Houston back in. Mills 1 of 2 from the line. 89-74. Knicks lead by 15. Just under 6.5 remaining in the 4th. Along with John Andres, Mike Breen on hand, Madison Square Garden. This is a 3rd game of a 5-game homestand. And the Knicks whistled for another illegal defense. A technical foul once again. Larry Johnson caught. Johnson playing with that bad hand. He's missed a lot of time after hurting it in the 2nd quarter. Ray Allen just flips in the technical free throw. That's the work of Mike Saunders, the bandage. Johnson saying, pointing to himself, Saunders, one of the very best. Big part of the Knicks scene for so many years. Well, he's had his work cut out for him this year, huh?
Oh, boy. But there are some injuries that only time can deal with. Unfortunately, those are the major ones bothering the Knicks now.
Allen against Houston. Ray Allen the move, flips underneath Tyrone Hill, and a foul. Tyrone Hill, chance for a three-point play. And the lead is cut to 12 again. Fourth foul on Cummings.
Ray Allen with some very nice ball handling and showing that he's not just a scorer with a beautiful handoff.
Hill misses the free throw. 12-point Knick lead midway through the fourth. Knicks right now with Thompson, Houston, Mills, Johnson, and Cummings out there. Mills, of course, starting tonight. Long three. Tyrone Hill, the long rebound. Here's Thompson, 4 of 6 from the field. That one, though, well short. Ray Allen, quick shot. Thompson pulls down the rebound. He's got 4 boards as well.
You know, it's funny. Often players are described at every level after they show something for a while. And the greatest compliment one player will give another is that, hey, he's a player. And I think that's what. Oh, Terry Cummings.
He's a player.
He's a player and a half.
Season high, 18 points for Terry Cummings. And his timing could not have been better.
Talk about an unpredictable performance. But Thompson has earned that credit certainly with the Knicks now. He's shown many moves to say that, for people to say, hey, this guy's a player.
Glenn Robinson off the mark. 91-77. Knicks lead by 14. Just over 4.5 remaining in the fourth. Houston trying to use Cummings off the screen. Fires the jump shot. Good boxing out from Curry to keep Cummings away. Tyrone Hill gets a running start and flips it in. Poor transition defense from the Knicks that time. And the lead cut to 12.
Cummings is pointing to himself, and he yelled out up ahead to his teammates, help me out, as that play was exploding up court.
He's got to be tired. He's played 22 minutes. And Brooks Thompson throws it away. Knicks now with on the game. Turnovers number 11. Charlie Ward will return. And Cummings will sit down to an isolation. 18 points for Cummings. Couple of rebounds.
And the fans here at Madison Square Garden are recognizing with their applause Terry Cummings, who spent 6 years as a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. 5 of them in very hefty scoring years. In fact, his 6-year average is 19 points a game.
Well, he enjoyed the ovation so much, he's coming back on the floor. So Oakley did not get in time. 91-79. Knicks have not wrapped this one up yet. They've led by as many as 22. That was in the third quarter. Their largest lead in the fourth was 18. But there's still 4 minutes left. The Bucks within 12. Ray Allen, strong move to the goal. Offensive foul. Charlie Ward draws the charge. Hugh Hollins not pleased with Ray Allen's disagreement. And Ward draws the charge. 19 Milwaukee turnovers. Now Oakley comes in. Just outside that restricted area for the help defender.
Charlie Ward, in many ways, like a mini Oakley on these plays. You know, he just is willing to take the hit. With his football background, he's more than willing, I should say.
91-79. Knicks lead by 12. 3:45 left, fourth quarter. Johnson fighting for position against Curry. Out of physical bumping there. Johnson shaking, big move. Off the mark, but he draws the foul. And Larry Johnson will shoot 2. While we have a moment, let's send it to the MSG Sports Desk and check in with Deb Kaufman. Deb?
The Nets have had to scramble to get back in this one against the Kings, down by as many as 18. Mitch Richmond hits a 3 to tie the game at 89. There's 3 minutes to go. It's now 91-89 Nets. Let's go back to Mike and John.
Thank you, Deb. Close one there for the Nets as the Knicks leading by 12. 3:33 remaining. And Johnson hitting the free throw. Johnson 8 points, 3 rebounds, but again hurt that right hand in the second quarter. Chants of "We Want Heard" are now being heard. Larry Johnson hits 2 free throws. Knicks back up by 14. Elliott Perry drawing a host of Knicks to him. It all results in a Ray Allen open three, but he can't put it down. Ward pushing it up the floor. 3:18 remaining. Knicks lead by 14. Charlie Ward has had a strong game, 8 assists. Allen Houston with a jumper. It's good. Allen Houston with 18 points, and the Knicks lead at 95-79 with 3 minutes remaining.
Very impressive performance by the Knicks team tonight. What an uplifting show with all of the help, the emergence of Terry Cummings and others.
Glenn Robinson flips it up there, and it goes in. Robinson looks at the official for a foul call. Robinson now at 23. 2:37 remaining. Knicks lead by 14.
Psychologically too, Mike, you know, with the Knicks looking at the Lakers on Sunday, who've had a lot of problems on the road. Their 4-game road losing streak was interrupted the other day with a win over Milwaukee on Tuesday. That's Larry Johnson on that soft jumper. But they'll be coming in here trying to, you know, with this game tonight now, thinking a little bit heavier about the Knicks.
Charlie Ward now with a season high 10 assists. 97-81. Oakley called for the foul. 2:02 remaining. A 16-point Knick lead. Oakley picks up his 4th foul. Anthony Bowie gets off the bench. The crowd started to react. They initially thought Herb Williams was going to come off. As we mentioned, chance of We Want Herb have been heard. Larry Johnson will sit down. 11 points for Larry Johnson. Hopefully we get an update on his injury tonight. Perry draws the foul before the shot. Bowie called for his first foul. The Knicks over the limit.
Larry Johnson has been such a consistent scorer for the Knicks since Patrick Ewing got hurt. What an uplifting game also for him mentally, knowing that he doesn't have to come out and get 18, 20 points for the Knicks to win. You know, he had a quiet game offensively for him, but yet with everybody else chipping in and playing so well and shooting the ball so well, it really takes pressure off individuals.
And that's certainly the case tonight. Again, remind you, for extensive coverage of the national sports scene with an eye toward the hometown team, watch Fox Sports News tonight at midnight here on the MSG Network. 7 Knicks in double-figure scoring tonight. 3 of them off the bench. Cummings 18, Starks and Thompson each with 11. Perry hits the free throws. 97-83. 14-point Knick lead. Just under 2 minutes remaining in what was a very important game for the Knicks coming in after Tuesday night's poor performance and the injury. Hill called for the foul. This is one they really needed. And you said it perfectly, John, about it was an uplifting game for him because it was a real downer on Tuesday night. Not only losing to the Golden State Warriors, more chance for her. I don't think he likes this right now. But also the other thing, well, of course, the injury to Dudley.
He knows it also puts a little bit of pressure on Jeff Van Gundy, who I would think doesn't want to put Herb in just for laughs, you know, at the end of a game. Has too much respect for him. That's been said before.
98-83, Knicks by 15. Just over a minute and a half remaining in the 4th. Allen Houston leading the Knicks with 19 points.
I'm sure you hear this, Mike, from fans or people that you know who follow the Knicks. It's Ray Allen. What a pleasure it is to watch this team play these weeks now since Patrick has been out. How they've come together as a team and have been fun to watch the way they have come together and for the most part have utilized their best assets as individuals into a great team effort.
Chris Mills with 16 points. 185. That has absolutely been the case. And that's what was so disheartening in their loss. The players felt on Tuesday, and then another injury to deal with. Perry well short. Oakley lost it, knocked it out of bounds. Still Bucks ball with 59.9 remaining. Brooks Thompson will return. Charles Oakley sits down. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists for Charles Oakley, and his usual strong defensive effort. Perry. Mills the rebound. So the Knicks on their way to the victory. And a foul call, offensive foul called against Chris Mills. You can't believe the call. 5 fouls on Chris Mills. John Starks relaxing. A rare opportunity for the Knicks to smile and enjoy down the stretch. As we've said, there have not been, or there have been almost every game here at the Garden has been very close.
Well, it sets them up well mentally for Shaquille and friends.
That, of course, Sunday afternoon. Final minute here at Madison Square Garden. Knicks with a 15-point lead. Glenn Robinson and a foul. Allen Houston commits his third. And Robinson racking up the points now. He's got 25. But it's the Knicks who will finally beat the Milwaukee Bucks. They lost all 3 games against them this season.
Boy, Chris Ford really went away from Irvin Johnson when he had his 4th foul. Guys played 16 minutes in the game, so they have really gone a long way without a big man in the middle.
Johnson has been a bit of a disappointment for them. Of course, the Knicks countering with a smaller lineup. Anthony Bowie, Chris Mills, and Chris Mills another good shooting game. 7 of 12 from the field, 18 points for Chris Mills. Knicks lead it 102-88. Final seconds here. Robinson off the mark. Michael Curry with the left hand.
You know, Mills, as we've seen, keeps growing and growing with each passing game and his impact with the Knicks.
And his shooting certainly has been very consistent recently. The Knicks will hold it and lock the clock. Clock run out here at the Garden. Final seconds. Goes left with a pause, and finally there's the buzzer. The Knicks beat the Bucks for the first time this season. A very important bounce-back win for the Knickerbockers. In a game they led in double figures the entire second half. 7 Knicks scoring in double figures. They shoot 53% from the field and get a huge performance from the newest Knick, Terry Cummings. A season-high 18 points for Cummings. And the Knicks with an impressive win at home. 102-90. We'll be back.